Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Malicious and here we have another edition of MMORPG news. I'm here today to bring the wonderful news to you all about the MMORPG genre and developments coming soon or that are live right now. Without much further ado, however, let us begin. So, first up we have Final Fantasy XIV. Patch 5.5, named Death Unto Dawn, is fast approaching and will be live on April 13th. In this patch and its new updates, I've compiled what is available on the website to talk about very briefly here. I'll also leave a link in the description down below for those of you that are interested in patch 5.5 and want to bookmark the page to see the updates as they come along. I will focus on the major updates in general, however, beginning with the news of patch 5.5. So firstly, there are going to be new main scenario quests, that's to be expected. A new alliance raid, Yorha Dark Apocalypse. Now if you remember some of the other Yorha raids that had big Nier themes, okay? So this is going to be the third one, I guess, of that, perhaps the last one, I believe. A new dungeon, I cannot pronounce that, I'm not even going to say it, it's on screen. Chronicles of a New Era, The Sorrow of Werlit. A new trial, The Cloud Deck. New Save the Queen Battlefield, Zadnor. PlayStation 5 version open beta will begin. New Unreal trial. Ishgardian Restoration updates. New custom deliveries. Explorer mode updates, new game plus updates, performance updates, and then new mounts, new minions, and new emotes, and apparently much more. That is currently the available news, and within about a month or so or less before the patch hits, I would assume that there's going to be more to talk about with time. Once again, the links to all of this are going to be in the description down below, so let me know what you think about this in general. So, Blade & Soul patch 11.4 brings with it a major update to the game in the form of Slithering Shadows. Now there's quite a lot of patch notes here, but the major things to focus on are the introductions of a new raid, known as Twisted Serpent Stronghold, a run-of-the-mill 12-player raid that is. There are quite a few rewards in fact, including outfits and other worthwhile things that you can gain from this raid and new events available within this patch of the game. The Hong Moon level cap has been raised to 40. Now the other major updates, which are the events, I would assume, Call to Arms event, Raider's Fortune event, Twisted Serpent Stronghold bonus event, and the Mythical Stone Splendor upgrade event. All of these events begin on March 17th and end on April 14th. So there's a lot more going on during this time in Blade & Soul as well, including changes to equipment, rewards, achievements, class hotfixes as well, and much more in the patch notes, which I will be leaving in the description down below. Let me know if you prefer just the major updates of Blade & Soul like currently, or if you'd enjoy long sections condensing the patch notes into much easier to digest chunks. Happy to hear feedback from you all. Next, we've got Black Desert Online, which has unveiled a new class in the form of Sage, which is this teleport, Time Lord sort of weird magical class with a lot of iframes from what I can see. Take a look at the trailer on screen. The game also rewards you currently for playing Sage and leveling it up with the general free rewards that happen every few levels. We do not know its awakening yet, by the way, but we do have it live in succession and pre-awakening form. Any thoughts or speculations are welcome. While playing a Sage, you wield the power of a Rubik's Cube. Not actually a Rubik's Cube, by the way, it's just that the main weapon is some sort of ancient cube. Now a new class, coupled with the consistent free stuff and events that Perlibis is throwing at us at the moment, including the 1000 experience bonus that continuously happens, this may be the best time to try something new and see if BDO is the game for you or not. So, New World news incoming. As one of the more anticipated MMORPGs coming in the near future, perhaps the one we will see soonest, or maybe. New World has been delayed before, but they have continued to update and change things in the game over time. It has gone a long way since it was first unveiled quite some time ago. The newest of changes is the new zone, known as the Ebb and Scale Reach. Now, Ebonscale Reach has a very distinct East Asian theme to it, as you can see on screen. However, in Ebonscale Reach, there's also a problem known as the Empress and her corrupted forces, as well as dragon magic. Interesting to say the least. This area is set to be a level 51 plus area. Now, some of the enemies of Ebonscale Reach, or Ebonscale, whichever one you want to say, give you an idea of what's actually here. So what's listed are corrupted dynasty musketeers, heavies, warriors, spear captains, summoners, and maidens of the same prefix, I believe, as well as tigers and corrupted tigers. The world is expanding, it seems. Now, on top of that, there is a new expedition with new boss encounters. The expedition is called Garden of Genesis. Players here must face elemental protectors in order to penetrate into the nursery's primordial heart. So, to enter this expedition, you do have to follow a few guidelines that are in the patch notes. Once again, I'll leave those in the description down below. Now, the boss encounters to the Garden of Genesis are the Caretaker and the Blighted Greenskeeper. Now, the Caretaker does come with a warning to beware of the murky waters in the den of this once gentle giant, and the Blighted Greenskeeper is said to be a blighted soul that stands guard at the very heart of the Garden of Genesis. It is interesting to see this once PvP-centered, at least in concept, game swiftly adding more and more PvE experiences into the game. It remains to be seen how good the gameplay will be though, at least in these specific instances. I'm not talking about play from the alpha or before that. There is also a few other changes coming, including the introduction of the first version of Outpost Rush, which is a 20 vs 20 endgame PvP game mode. More info on that will come in the next update, however. There's more, including story updates, new armor and weapon quest lines, experience reductions, and progression changes in general. Loot and gear, crafting, and gathering have also been somewhat changed or tweaked, and a few other things. I'll once again leave a link to these patch notes in the description down below. However, I am once again asking, would you prefer me to read out and condense these patch notes, or are you content with the major overall summaries? Let me know in the comments, or let me know which games interest you currently the most and which ones you would prefer to hear patch notes on or long in-depth videos about. So, shorter week of news this time around, but that is all the news I've got for you this week. Hope you've enjoyed thus far. More on the horizon and better things to come. MMORPG podcast that I'm working on coming up soon. Twitch streams, I should be streaming more regularly, so please go ahead and give me a follow there. Just come out and hang out. General gaming, some other videos, any ideas, I'm happy to hear anything from you guys. Follow me on Twitch or on Twitter if you're interested in more updates or general dumb thoughts from me. I'd like to take this moment to say thank you for watching, and if you like the content thus far, please feel free to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment, or any number of those. Feel no pressure, but anything helps the small channel to grow bigger than what I'm at right now. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day or evening wherever you may be, or feel free to watch any of my other videos or help let me know what you enjoy most. Anyway, as always, I've been Malicious, and this has been a pleasure.